have a little animation on my screen, so if I hit play, it's a little bit of a rotating cube and it moves a little bit. So a little bit of an animation, but how do I render this so it's not an image anymore, so I'm not saving it as a PNG. I need to save it so that I can show it to my friends and family or put it on social media. So there's a couple things we need to change. Over here, there's a tools area. We're going to use this one that says output properties. It kind of looks like a little bit of a printer. So I'm going to click on that button right there. And in here, I can say, so on my timeline, if I look at this, it starts on frame 1 and it goes to like frame 100, let's say 105. So I only need to render from 1 to 105. In fact, I can put 110 just to do a little bit of overage. So you can set the frames or you can keep it at 250. It's not a PNG anymore, so you have to change the file format. And if you need to, you might need to like click on this little caret by output. I need to change this to AVI raw. It makes an AVI file, and that's something I can post to social media. And then I also need to pick where I want to save it. So I want to save it to my desktop, and then what the file name is going to be. I'm going to call this test. I can go ahead and accept it. And then that doesn't do anything other than set my settings. It prepares things. To actually save it, I need to go back to render. It's the same spot where we went to render image, except now it's an animation. So when I hit this button, it has to save. So it's going through like frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4. It's creating an image, a PNG file, or an image for every single one of those frames, 101 through 110, and stitching it together to make the movie. So I'm waiting for this to finish. That's why I used 110 frames. Now we don't have to sit there for 150 frames. If I go to my desktop, I have this test file. I can double click on it and it plays my animation. It looks really nice and smooth. And that is the file that that you can make to post to social media. That's the file that you can send to somebody in an email. Our Blender files we cannot, but that's how you make an animated file that you can send to social media.